test kitchen. Hey there, Mark.
Hello, Lauren. How are you? What's happening?
I was gonna say, you've been having a lot of fun with Mike.
I have been having a lot of fun, Mike. You've been busy. You got a lot of things going on.
We've had a few things going on, but I'm glad to be
too.
invited back into the test kitchen.
Well, we love the test kitchen.
This is one of my favorite times of year.
I know. It's coming up. Mardi Gras.
'Tis the season to get a little crazy and eat great food.
One of my favorite parts of the country to go visit, Food City, New Orleans.
You keep touching this book.
Well, this is because this book is so dear to me. This is by the late, great Chef Paul Prudhomme. I bought this as a young culinarian when I was 22 years old, just graduated. I'd worked a demo with him at CIA, and then I went and bought his book. And if you could see this book, you could tell I've been a student.
This has been loved.
That's been loved. I've
This
been a
is
student.
a well-loved
Yeah, it's very dear to my heart. I will never give that book away. I lost it once, found it, and it's all about the basis of Cajun and Creole food by the late great Paul Prudhomme.
And this is just a random page I just run out to, but this,
well, you have to turn to the pages that have my notes on them too. But anyways, so we're gonna do a study. You know, we're gonna promote this.
This is what
at Bistro
inspired
1907.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a big promotion because we love Mardi Gras. Going back to the Pesto's days, we always did halfway to Mardi Gras and Mardi Gras. So we are doing Mardi Gras food very soon, coming up.
All right, so what are we going to be making today?
Well, you know, there's a lot you have to talk
us.
about because New Orleans is such a great, it's a port city. It's a cultural influence city. You have the French, you have the Africans, you have the Acadians. All that food came together and made this great food called Cajun and Creole food.
So that is where the spices all come from? It's sort of like a medley of culture?
It's a medley of cultures.
Oh my God,
a huge cultural, melting pot. It really, really was. And all those great flavors, the Africans brought over all the spice. The French brought in all the meat and protein, and the rice was from Louisiana. So everything came together perfectly. In the heart of it, with a lot of the Cajun and Creole dishes, is roux. We don't talk about roux a lot in cooking, but down there, people have coffee cans of roux. They have their dark roux for their certain dishes, and they have light roux, and they have medium roux. So we're gonna make roux to start with.
So when you say roux, are we gonna?
Roux is a thickening agent.
Right, and it's like sort of like the foundation. And
It does.
Anybody that knows me in my life, I like to go back to
we'll get on the stove, and any kind of oil. So if you want to make a little bacon fat roux, we'll do half bacon fat.
Hey there, bacon fat.
Bacon fat. Everything's better with bacon fat. And we'll do half butter. And then you want to add equal parts of flour to that. Now, what we want to do is we want to bring this together. And in this dish, we're just going to have a lightly toasted roux or a tan roux because we just want that nuttiness. So you're going to cook this and you're going to bring this all together. We're going to turn that down just a little bit.
We want to burn the butter?
Well, you don't want to burn the butter because if you burn the milk fat solids in a harsh way with extreme heats, that's not good. So what you want this to look like, Lauren, is wet sand.
Okay.
So it kind of looks like wet sand right now, and we're going to cook this slowly or quickly a little bit more flour, and we want to cook this until it smells nutty.
So the consistency, okay, all right.
So it looks nutty.
I'm smelling it.
So it smells nutty. It's not quite there yet. It's starting to get there. It's starting to get there. Now, if we were going to cook and make a gumbo, we're going to make a black roux. We're going to turn this all the way down, and we're just going to sit here for about an hour and stir this gently until the flours gently get dark, until the butter gently gets dark, and that is going to be the main flavor component to a gumbo. But right now, we're making a tan roux or a light brown roux.
For a version of a jambalaya?
Well, we're going to make an étouffée.
An étouffée, okay.
Étouffée means smothered in. And we're going to smother this shrimp. You can do crawfish, shrimp, crab. We're going to smother this in bell pepper and onion and celery. And it's just going to be fantastic.
All those great flavors coming
But we're going to
together.
we're going to turn that down. We're going to come over here. We're going to make some dirty rice. So dirty rice, I want to use that bacon fat because everything is better with bacon fat. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to take some ground andouille sausage. And we're going to put that in the pan. And you love to hear that sound in the pan. Now the Cajuns and the Creoles,
people can smell this.
I know. I wish we had smell-o-vision. They have a different form of mirepoix. They call it the Trinity. So that's going to be celery. It's going to be onion and bell pepper. So I like a little bit of red bell pepper and green bell pepper. We're going to have some white onion.
I feel like this
We're going to put a little bit of cayenne pepper, because you got to have a little bit of cayenne pepper. Okay. Lauren, grab that salt for me over there. I'm going to hit it with some black pepper.
Can I do this?
Yeah. Big pinch. Big pinch.
Should I put the whole thing in?
No, not the whole thing. That is not scallions. Okay, so that's a little inside joke between us. Now we're gonna cook this, and again, like I've told you before, we're gonna sweat this vegetables because that salt draws out all the liquid, concentrates the flavor, and we're gonna sweat that until the onions are translucent. Okay. When the onions become translucent or see-through, we are gonna add the rice. Long grain, Uncle Ben's, whatever you want to do, add the rice. We're gonna stir that in.
That's it?
Not quite.
Okay, I was gonna say, wait, hold on a minute.
Stir that in. And Lauren, if you could grab that bowl of stock, we're gonna put some stock in here. That one right there.
Okay, that looks like fun.
It's just a light stock. Go ahead and pour it in.
The whole thing?
Yep.
Are you sure?
So 2-to-1 stock to rice. All of it. And we're gonna bring that up to a boil. We're gonna turn it down to a simmer, and that is gonna be dirty rice. But now we're gonna go back to this roux. You smell how it's getting nutty? It's getting happy, as Emerald would say. So when we come back, we're gonna make some étouffée, which means smothered in, and I can't wait.
All right, sounds good, Mark. We'll be right back. Well, things are fired up.
We are.
I was gonna say, we have got it going on. This smells very nutty.
And when you're cooking Cajun food, you need cast iron.
Yes, you do.
It's like a prerequisite. It transmits heat very, very evenly. It'll keep things hot in the pan afterwards. As you can see, this is my great-grandmother's cast iron pan. It's got to be almost 100 years old. So what we're gonna add to that is I'm gonna add a little, we're gonna make some shrimp étouffée. So I'm gonna add some garlic and some Fresno chili. I'm gonna add the Trinity again, the bell pepper, the onion. You can smell that garlic. You gotta have that garlic, you know, especially with this dish. Lauren, if you give me a big pinch of salt.
Okay.
Because again, we gotta sweat out all that liquid in here. So we're gonna have a big pinch of salt.
Big enough?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna do a little bit of cayenne pepper. How hot do you like your food?
I like it zippy.
Zippy? Okay, we're going zippy.
I like to feel it.
Okay, until you get tired with the black pepper. So put as much black pepper in there as you like.
What do you think, boys?
And see how happy this is getting right now? We're sauteing this up.
That's for to be.
We're sweating this. Right. Absolutely. So now what we have here, we have the base to our étouffée. We made that roux, and I'm gonna bring that roux over to the camera. You can see it's got that nice color to it. We're gonna take that roux and we're gonna put it in this pan just like this right now. So we're gonna put all that roux in there.
This actually doesn't take that long.
No, it's all
I know
prep.
the magic of television is one thing, but
and that roux just brings everything together. All those smells, all those flavors. And now, you know, you gotta have, I love shrimp. Do you love shrimp?
I do.
Typically this is made with crawfish, but there's a lot of people that are kind of skeeved out by crawfish. So we're gonna do it with shrimp. Got some nice 16, 20 count shrimp. And we're just gonna add that to the pan, coat it with all that roux, all of that Trinity, the Cajun spices. And then we have made previous. Now, if you don't have shrimp stock, that's fine. That's no big deal if you don't have shrimp stock. So what I have over here, I do have shrimp stock because my chefs made it for me. We're gonna add some shrimp stock into that.
But what happens if you don't have it?
You can use clam juice.
Clam juice, okay.
Clam juice, and they make canned clam juice at the store, and you can do that. So this is all gonna come together, and it's gonna thicken up. All those flavors are gonna come together. And this is called lang nappe at the end because we are going to add a significant amount of butter when we come back, once this is all brought to a boil, butter and scallions to finish this. And you see that rice?
That's a Julia Child thing.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's better with butter. Everything's better with bacon fat and
I did
wine.
watch that a little bit. That's very, very true. And we will be back with more. How do you say it? I don't want to screw it up.
Not shrimp étouffée.
Shrimp étouffée.
Justin Wilson, if anybody's out there that remembers him, the Cajun chef, and the dearest Paul Prudhomme.
Your shrimp étouffée fun. All right, we'll be right back.
All right. Wow, look at this. Look at all those little happy bubbles. All of that. Look at the color of that.
In the time that we just took a break, that's how quickly it went.
Yeah, so now we're going to add, as the French say, butter. everything is better with butter. So we're gonna lang the pay that. So we're gonna incorporate that butter and those scallions. Go ahead. You can use the whole bowl this time.
Is that okay?
That is completely okay.
One time we made some rangoon, and I don't think that's what you wanted.
But
All
get
right,
that,
whole thing.
oh my God, yeah.
Look at the colors.
Oh my God. And the flavors. Wait till you see. You made it a little bit spicy because you asked it that way. And that's fine. So, but what we're gonna do is I had pre-made, which we'd made on a previous show, some sweet cornbread. So that sweet cornbread is gonna really take out some of the fire from this étouffée. So now we're just gonna bring the étouffée over.
Let me stay out of the way, hey.
That's okay.
Okay, hey? All right.
We're gonna bring it over here. Look at that. That looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Unbelievable.
Dirty rice is ready.
Oh,
Look at that dirty rice.
this is one of the first times in a while that we've just kind of had, you know, not a whole lot of people around. I was going to say, this is unfortunate that they're not all
And where
here
I
to
grew up,
enjoy.
if you got this bay leaf in the rice, that was a sign of good luck.
Very good
exactly.
luck. Yep.
So we're gonna put this down. Now wait a second, because I also, like I said in the previous show, we made this skillet cornbread, and the base of it was bacon fat.
Is that why it smells so good
Look at
and
that.
so
Look at that
sweet?
beautiful crust. Now bring your plate over,
Okie dokie.
and we're gonna smother. And that's exactly what étouffée means. Smothered in. Look at that dish. How happy that is. We're gonna put a little bit of chives on top. You get yours, and I'll be right around the corner with mine.
Look at...
Now it's gonna be a little bit spicy. So you could have your favorite Mardi Gras drink with this, whether it's a draft beer or whether it's something, a hurricane.
A hurricane to go along with
But I'm gonna
with
give this a
that.
taste. You go ahead.
This looks
Because
like...
this looks fantastic. And again, Mardi Gras Bistro 1907, coming up the middle of March.
This is actually on the menu. Sometimes
This
we
is
do
actually
like
on the menu.
secret Mark Canzonetta items, but this one's on there for good reason.
Oh my God, this smells. I wish we did have smell-o-vision. Ron, can you invent smell-o-vision
Someday
for us?
my guys are going, they're so smart that they're going to invent
I know we have the
smell-o-vision.
Technicolor thing on the beginning of the show. We need the smell-o-vision now.
Eventually, you know what we're gonna have to do?
What?
We're gonna have an audience.
We are gonna have to have an audience.
Other than the ones that are just at home only because everybody wants to be here
this
for
just
this. All
looks,
right,
oh my God.
let me try it.
The flavors, the white pepper, the black pepper, the red cayenne pepper, explode, the seafood stock, the shrimp.
Oh my goodness, I am lucky to be your friend.
This is where it's at.
We are lucky to
To
have
my
you on
friends
the
down in
show.
New Orleans, Ron Onion Walker, who just made me Thor, my new mallet. I love you, brother. This is dedicated to you.
You.